Good morning. I am Dan Deyling, and I'm the principal at Foothills Christian High School, and I want to welcome you parents to this overview of Foothills Christian High School, who we are and what we stand for. And I'm delighted that your children are coming to Shadow Day to find out more. Foothills Christian High School is a Christian school, and it focuses on walking with God, loving God, and learning the beauties of God's creation with Him and His ways infused in all of us. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, in all your ways acknowledge Him, lean not on your own understanding, and He will direct your paths." And we truly believe that here at Foothills Christian High School, that the King of Heaven rules and reigns here, that He is directing us even when we don't see it. He is directing us, and we believe He is directing you and your children at all times. And that is the atmosphere we'll have here at Foothills if and when your child comes here. I'd like to give you a little brief overview of Foothills Christian High School. The school started in, I believe, 1997 with a few students in El Cajon, and we moved to this campus in 2006. Foothills Christian High School is a ministry of Foothills Christian Church, and as such, we reflect Foothills Christian Church in we like to say, in our DNA. So that which is Foothills Christian Church is woven through here. Now, we also have about 40 other churches represented by students who come here. So what I like to say to parents and students in terms of the theology and the way you look at things from that perspective is use a quote that has been attributed to St. Augustine. And the quote is this, that in majors, unity, in minors, diversity, but in all things, charity. So we respect and honor traditions from other churches. And in the smaller things, we may not agree with them. Well, there's a lot of charity there, and that's not that big a deal, is it? So that's our background there. We are a hybrid school. We have a hybrid format where we're on campus 3 days a week. We're on campus Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then Mondays and Fridays are what we call independent study days. And for things to work best here for your student at Foothills Christian High School is they need to become independent studiers. Many students, some families, some parents believe that learning is cracking your brain open and the teacher pours stuff in, you close your brain. That has nothing to do with learning. And those 2 independent study days are very, very important here at Foothills Christian High School, where your student will have to do work and learn the work of learning so that they can learn and become adults who have a love of learning in them and can grow in all the areas they need to grow. That's one of the values we have here at Foothills. So we're a kind of sort of a university model type idea where the students have to do work on their own also. Our our learning management system is GradeLink. Learning management system, yeah, it's GradeLink. And that's where all the grades are, online grades and whatnot and so forth. The students use Google Classroom for their assignments and all that kind of stuff. The teachers do the work on Google Classroom, but all the grades are in a thing called Gradely. Okay, we have small classrooms. We have personalized student learning to the extent that our biggest classroom would be about 28 kids, and that is some of the English classrooms. And our smaller classrooms would be down to even 3 or 4 students and things like calculus and some of those. All the students have access to their teachers. All of my teachers are very willing to help students and to tutor students and to work extra with students who want to put in the time and energy to learn more. We're moderately priced. We'll talk about more of that in a minute, but I believe we are, if not the least expensive private high school in San Diego County. We're one of the least, all right? And we are WASC accredited. We're accredited by the regional WASC accrediting agency that all high schools go. So why consider a Christian school education when you can get education for free elsewhere? Well, I would just highly extol the ideas of having a Christian worldview education. Ideas have consequences. And there's a myth of neutrality that I can learn just as well from a non-Christian school as a Christian school, and you can learn just as well. But the question is, what will you learn? This is my Father's world. God, King of Heaven, created absolutely everything. And there's no place in this world that Jesus can't put his finger and say, mine. It all belongs to him. And that includes the realm of physical realm and the realm of the mind and the realm of the spiritual. That to have the idea that I can educate myself in God's world, and considering God neutral or not important in that world is a foolish and silly idea. Teddy Roosevelt said this. He said, to educate a person in mind and not in values or morals is to educate a menace to society. He also said, a man who has never gone to school may steal from a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. And that's what we believe. We believe that values, Christian worldview values, are hugely important in education. There's one quote I heard once that I laugh about and I like a lot, and it's this quote. Of the teaching of children, it is a task of each generation to civilize the barbarian hordes which are continually invading from below. And that's what we see here. Through school and through high school, they need to learn how to be reflections of God, reflections of the King of Heaven. And that takes work. And science and math and history and English are tools to help our students realize that they are children of the King of Heaven. Question that always comes up with Christian education is, how much does it cost? I'd like to flip that question around a little bit, and pertaining to what we just talked about is, how much does it cost to not give your student a Christian or worldview education? But down to brass tacks. Foothills Christian High School's 2023-24 fee schedule is as such. It will cost $7,490 per year. That breaks down to 12-month payments of $625 a month, 11 months payments of $681 a month, and 10-month payments of $749 a month. Should you choose to enroll here, all students will be defaulting into the 10-month payment unless you tell finance otherwise. So that's Foothills Christian High School in a nutshell. Thank you for paying attention to this, and I truly hope you choose for your children to come here. Thank you very much.